So if you're all done with the assignments in this current unit and we've got time to work for the day, here is one option to get some extra credit. You're only allowed to do this for extra credit if you have no missing assignments for the marking period and in this unit. So if you have missing assignments and you have time to do this extra credit, so to speak, actually your time should be spent doing those missing assignments. Again, this is only if you're all caught up and all done and there's still work time in this current unit, you can come in here and get some extra credit. So we're going to be using this website called Digital Compass Common Sense Media. So when you click on that, it's going to pop you here to this web page. Now you might get a little message saying that it can't run Adobe Flash. If that's the case, click on that little Adobe Flash icon and then a little box will pop up with the option to allow or block. You want to click allow. That's only if it doesn't come to this screen right away. Click on the little run Adobe Flash icon, tell it to allow, and then it should bring the screen up right here. You're going to have to do click to start, which is right down here at the bottom. And this is going to be start a new game if this is the first time coming into this website. Now, there's a little quirk to this website. When you start a new game and you create a user account, you have to use the same computer using the same username in order to access your progress that you're working on. This is a quirk on this website. So if you're starting this at school and you want to work on it at home, you're not going to be able to access the progress that you have. You just have to work on it here at school. If you're going to do more than one of these, you could do one at school and then you could do a second one at home, but the extra credit is really only based on doing one of these scenarios. So I'm going to put my username in. It should be, if you look at the directions back over here, username should be all one word and it should be 12 characters or less. You don't want to do anything more than 12 characters and you're going to want to try to remember it. So once you put your username in and click start, you might want to come over here and open that assignment Dropbox and type it in as a private comment. So I have that information right here. Or you could put it in your daily work log. So open the assignment Dropbox and down where it says post private comment, put in the username that you're using. Then click start. So this is just a little website that has these little characters on what's called digital citizenship, how to be safe on the internet, how to think about what you're posting and where you're posting it and all that kind of good stuff. So the first time you come here, you do have to watch this whole little animation right here. After you've come in here once, if you log out and come back in, you can skip this. So I'm just going to let this run. Okay, once that little intro is over and explains how the website works a little bit, it comes here to where it says welcome to anywhere. And each one of these letters is a story for you to go through. If we look at the directions, I am suggesting that you do either the InstaSlam story, which is letter R, or the sticky situation story, which is letter H. Those would be my suggestions. So if I come back over here, I am going to click on the letter H, and that takes me into the sticky situation. It explains it. Miko's dilemma. Miko finds herself in a sticky situation and signing up for the newest app that everyone is obsessing over out of the skate park. She finds herself experiencing twists and turns and she stumbles over how to protect her privacy. How can you help her protect her online identity? And then you click start the story. So when I click on that, it's going to give me a scenario.
Periwinkle's texting. Again. Everyone says you're a chatterbox and born to be on FaceTalk. Sure, you like to talk, but with your mouth, so that people can hear you with their EMG. Check out this super long privacy policy. Ugh.
So the first time you come to that story and that situation, this is like a choose your own adventure, you're going to have to watch that whole little skit right there. And then it comes here to, based on that privacy policy, when you sign up for an app or a web page where you have to create an account, do you want to read that privacy policy or just click accept? Now, obviously, we would want to read it, but nobody ever does. So we know you're going to probably going to skip it. Now it takes you to another scenario. And again, you're going to have to watch the whole thing.
Maybe you should check it out more before just clicking the button.
So again, based on the direction that I chose to go, it took me to this scenario. And then there's a little pop-up ad asking you to download something. So do I want to just download it or do I want to go to the Waffle Hut website to read more about that? So if I click on that, it takes me to the next scenario. I'm going to hit the pause button here for a second up here at the top. Now, if I come up here to this map icon, when I click on that, it shows me the direction I'm going so far. So after this first scenario, I had clicked on the skip it. And so when I clicked on the skip it decision, it took me down this way in the map. And then on this next scenario that it sent me to, it gave me the option to just download the app or just go to the Waffle Hut website and come down this way. So the map is showing you which direction that you go. Your goal is going to be, you're going to have to go back and through and go to each scenario and choose the other option the next time to go a different direction on the map. So you can see some of them have 3 directions to go, some just have 2 directions to go. And then eventually you'll start to fill in these little badges down here. So for this extra credit assignment, your goal is to try to get this map filled to 100%. If you get maybe just 1 or 2 missing, you're doing pretty good. But if you turn this in and you only have maybe half or less, you're not going to get the full 10 points for the extra credit. And then if I just X this out, it'll take me back into that scenario. And then I can watch the rest of it. And then again, it's going to give me a different decision at the end, a couple to choose from. And based on the decision I make, it's going to send me in a different direction on that map. So once I get to the end of one of the scenarios by choosing my different paths, I get the option to play a game. And that's going to be part of your extra credit as well. So click on play a game right here. And then it takes you into, sometimes it's, depending on which one you choose, it's the strong password. You have to choose the strongest password, or it might be just answering questions. So we want to make Miko go to left to right and fly high to choose the strongest password setting. So which one is the best one? That one, because it's got a mix of different letters and numbers, uppercase, lowercase. And then dogs are for me. And depending on what password you choose, what's the strongest password, the best encryption. If I do that one, oh, I lost 100 points. So let's try it. So to go and do other choices, to go in other directions on that map. See, this is the first direction that I went, and it got me to this badge right here where I could play the game. Now I want to go in another direction. But the nice thing is, since I've already watched this scenario once, it will let me skip the whole skit and get right to the end where I make the decision. Now, last time I chose skip it. This time I'm going to choose read it. And if I look at that on the map, it's now sent me in another direction here. And then this is a new scenario, so I do have to watch the whole thing to get to the end to where the choices are. So now again, I'm at a new scenario based on my choice that I made. And if I come here and look, I chose create a strong password, so it sent me in this direction. If I had selected choose my regular password that I use all the time, that was really basic and easy to guess, it would have sent me either down in this direction or up in this direction. So again, you're starting to work through, and your goal is to go through all the scenarios until you get all of these little squares, these little blue sort of squares, and all the badges filled out. And then what you're going to do at the very, very end is print this certificate. You're actually going to save it. So if I'm all done and I've checked my map and I'm all good to go here, and I've played the game a few times and gotten a 90% or better on my score, I'm going to click here, and here's my score. So my progress should be at 100%. So this isn't not an example of one to actually upload, but this is how you would do it once you're all set. Here's my score. I only got 60% the first time that I played that game. So I'd want to go through and play the game some more at the end of my scenarios to try to get a better score. But I'm going to click print. And actually what I want you to do is you should be able to hear it click on where it says change. And you should be able to find save as PDF. We're going to click right on that. And it's going to download that file as a PDF. When I double click, here it is. And then I hit the save button. It's being a little slow right now. And then I want to put this in the folder for class. And then click in front and put your last name. And then hit save. It's going to say it was sent to the printer, but it really wasn't, because I told you to save it as a PDF file. So again, you would click on print. You're going to click change and choose save as PDF. And then when you hit the save button, you're going to put it in your folder for class, add your name to the front of it, and then save it. Once it does that, then you're going to go into the assignment Dropbox and you're going to upload that assignment as that PDF file. You would open, you're going to come down here and you're going to do add file, and then you're going to select the file from your computer. So this is going back to what we did way back in the first marking period with our Word documents. Find that PDF file, open it, upload it, and then you'll click turn in. And that's how you're going to get credit.